Hello, beautiful people from around the world. We're here live in Las Vegas. I'm Ian Ward. This is my buddy, Cameron Tyler.
Hello, everybody.
The producer extraordinaire.
Yeah.
And we're here in his studio in Las Vegas, where we make the magic happen, where we've recorded some of the music you guys have been listening to. And I'm really excited to just welcome you guys in to our little chat that we're going to have. It's going to be kind of like a podcast with your friends, where you're just sitting around talking about music and talking about our experiences together. So,
but it's happening in real time.
Yeah, that's true. We're going live. This is actually live in Las Vegas. The title is not lying. And we have a fancier setup than me just in my apartment in Brooklyn with my guitar on TikTok.
You know,
this
works.
This is sweet. This is a nice setup.
Thanks.
So, dude, I've known you for almost 10 years at this point. We've been recording a bunch of stuff together. The most recent project being One Shot, the EP, which, you know, took a couple years for us to get together and get this released, you know?
Yeah.
Released January 29th. What was your experience working on that project, man, on One Shot?
It was long and drawn out, man, but we got it done.
Yep.
And I know that you were kind of doing a hybrid workflow. You were going to, what was it, Toronto?
Yeah.
You were working with some other guys out there. And,
Yep.
you know, being that we're in this kind of modern music production world, we can exchange files from different places, even different countries.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty cool how we were able to collaborate with people from Canada and then bring everything together and then finish it here. And it was actually a pretty quick turnaround once we got everything done.
It's true.
Yeah. Once we got everything overloaded here, then we mixed it and added a few little bells and whistles, redid some vocals, got it all cleaned up, and now it's out for everybody's listening pleasure.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, I think you know, some of my experience on that EP was just the band here, getting the guys together in the studio and laying down those tracks. You know, I think like One Shot, that came alive. We had that guy come in and what was his name? Johnny. Johnny came in and laid slide guitar on there and absolutely destroyed that.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
Jake Langley. You know,
that's right.
Having him come in and play it. These guys are such legends here in Las Vegas. That's why I like coming out to Vegas, because we've just got so many great musicians, so many great players out here, including you, man, on the drums. And yeah, but that was funny because the Toronto thing, like we recorded all these demos in Toronto, you know, and then next thing you know, we've got no access to the native files, so we had to split it all using the AI, and like. That was crazy that we're able to do that nowadays. Back in the day, it would have just been lost, you know?
Right, right. Yeah, well, now we have these things called stem splitters where we can anybody can take a song that they hear on the radio and isolate it into different tracks using AI. So you can hear just the drums or just the vocals. And the beauty of that is once you take something into stem form, you can adjust it the way that you want.
Yeah, and that's what we did. We took out the drums. You laid the drums down here. Then we took out some of the guitar and then relayed some of the guitar. That was awesome.
Yeah,
man.
so we essentially took a demo, what was a demo, and just a stereo file, and we enhanced it and made it into a final product.
Yeah.
And we're able to, you know, take out certain things, mute certain things, and have all the control off of just one stereo file.
So what was your favorite track, or what was your favorite track to work on, or what's your favorite track off of One Shot?
Well, that's a pretty obvious one. I think it's Feeling Good.
Oh yeah.
You know, actually, I got to play that song on a pretty regular level, on a regular basis with an artist, Marie Osmond.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And after I was doing some touring with her, and that was a song that we frequently played. So it was cool to actually get the chance to do it in a studio form, and also bring in some of my favorite musicians in Las Vegas. We really assembled an amazing band. Oh, what were we calling ourselves? We did a couple shows together as a band.
Yeah, because we've been playing with these guys, you know, Dave Ostrom, Michael Joy, Aaron Fuller, and then you and me. We've been playing for years. Like we played a couple gigs in 2021.
Ian Ward and the
Originals. Yeah,
that's right.
I think for the next EP, which we're going to talk about at the end of the stream, but I think the album cover that I'm going to make is going to be a photo of us, of the Ian Ward and the Originals, because we have these great photos from back in the day, and I just make a cool album cover. You know?
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, we did that one gig where we were playing like all those, you know, 60s and 70s and 80s tunes, those covers. But then we were calling ourselves the Originals, but we were playing covers. I thought
It's good that we'll use that one because we actually look a lot younger in that picture. We were a lot younger then, actually.
And people will be like, yeah, they've seen some stuff since then. And we're like, yeah, we have.
We're weathered.
It's been 4 years, man. Man, yeah, that recording that live here was so cool, man. And later in a little bit, we're gonna show the Feeling Good video too. One of my favorite tracks off the EP is "You Can Do Better."
Can you?
You can. You can do better. I mean, you could maybe do better, but you did a great job with the recordings, bro. You did a great job. No, but I think "You Can Do Better" is one of my favorites just because of the message behind the tune. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Like I think, you know, a lot of people out there are struggling with motivation, struggling with figuring out what's going on in their lives, looking at the world and being like, we're in a dark place right now, you know? And I think it's a greater message for people at large of like, we can all do better. We can be better friends, be better allies, be better, you know, be a better society. So that song for me was one that like, when it flowed out of me, I was like, this is a song that could be a call to action for people, you know?
It's pretty relatable. Yeah, we all have moments of feeling like, oh man, why did I fall short on this? Or why did that person fall short for me or whatever? And yeah, there's just hope that there's a new day happening tomorrow where you can elevate and, you know, enhance whatever it is you're working on and do better.
Yeah, yeah. I've had the pleasure of like singing that song live quite a bit. I did a show at South by Southwest, and that one connected heavily with like the younger group. I just feel like, dude, we're going through like a generational shift right now where I think young people are just so torn. They're like overwhelmed with social media and distractions and stuff, and then they're also feeling like this internal need to like, oh crap, what am I doing, you know?
Did you feel like that at South by when you were there? Like, were there people connected to you?
South by was a great experience. I thought the whole experience was fantastic. Networking with other musicians and playing, you know, in a live setting like that. Austin just comes alive during that festival. I'm actually wearing I'm wearing my South by Southwest hat right now. Yeah.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
Go
what
to
about 26? Are you going?
I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna apply to do another showcase out there because dude, it was so great. I already bought my ticket. I'm going back.
There's great bands out there. There's a band called Band of Heathens.
Oh yeah.
That is great and out of Austin.
It sounds fun. Yeah. The Austin local bands were super impressive. Honestly, I was like, just the music scene here, you can tell people are like putting in the effort, putting the time. But going back to "You Can Do Better," man, like, I feel like that song resonated a lot with the younger crowd. And we actually, we have "You Can Do Better" actually lined up. We can play the music video, which I just shot. I just released "You Can Do Better's" music video a couple weeks ago. We filmed it in San Diego, but I want to show people who are tuning in at home, show the "You Can Do Better" music video. How's that sound?
Perfect.
Let's line it up.
Perfect segue.
Right? Boom. Yep. Let's see it. Let's see it, people.
Into the newspaper's hacking scandal.
Oh, yeah,
Incarcerated have helped. Nearly 1,000.
Keep trying, you keep lying about what you really want. Heart's throbbing, head's nodding, your feet stay in the same spot. World's turning, fire's burning, all you really need's a spark, oh yeah. You can do better. You can do better. You flip through those crumpled up pages, searching for your destiny. Disconnection, intersection, hearing where you wanna be. You say yes when you really mean no, and it's starting to take its toll on me, my girl. You can do better. Ooh, yeah. You can do better. You say you can change the world, but you can't do it just with words, can you? You think there's a fire in your heart, but the start is the movement. 'Cause better is the way you can do it. There's only so much that you can do with the laws of the universe. You try to string all of these jumbled up letters up together, make a pretty verse. But all of the while you think you're after truth, but you just really fill your purse with lies. You can do better. You know you can. You can do better. Oh,
Yeah, man, that video was so much fun to shoot. We shot that one in San Diego, actually. We rented out like a small little studio that was just white walls. And Simon, the video director, Simon Kincaid, he actually had this great idea with me where we were like, how do we do something completely different from the previous music video, One Shot, which One Shot was like filmed over 12 locations in Los Angeles, lots of different, like driving around the city, getting all the iconic views and stuff. And so for You Can Do Better, we're like, why don't we focus on the storyline of what this story and the message is? And we got this great actress to come in and like projected a TV, and we used all this different lighting and furniture setup, but really did the whole thing in one day in this small little white walled studio. And yeah, he's a really cool director, great video director. Look him up if you're in LA, Simon Kincaid. And yeah, that was a fun one. That was a fun
looked
one.
pretty trippy, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
And it's got that storyline to it too. You can kind of I love the video. I love videos that do that. You know.
Yeah. You were shaking it, man.
Well, those dance moves, man, those come from that theater background, baby. Those dance moves. All those guys on American Idol, you know, Luke Bryan calling me, he's saying I'm too theatrical. I'm like, well, you can't dance like me, bro.
He said you're too theatrical.
He did.
I mean,
yeah.
He obviously doesn't know where you're coming from.
Well, the theater background is why I can hit the note. He couldn't hit the notes, man. So I'm not trying to start something, but
Dang.
Luke, if you're out there, Luke, if you're watching this, let's go, bro. Let's go. But yeah, man, that was a fun one. That was a fun video to shoot. I'm glad that one's out there in the world.
Yeah, that tune that was fun to play drums on.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that one.
Yeah,
it was a groover. Yeah. So we're gonna move on to the next tune, which is I was talking about earlier, called "Feeling Good."
Yeah,
and it's the one cover that you decided to do on this EP. Out of all the songs in the world, why'd you choose "You Can Do" or "Feeling Good"?
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, it starts the record off, and I think it's just always been a song that affected me. The Nina Simone cover, especially. It's actually a musical theater song. I don't know. Not many people know that. That song comes from an old musical, a Broadway musical, and then Nina Simone did a cover of it, and her cover is just so raw and like, and then obviously the Bublé cover. But for me, I was like, I think this is a song when I would sing it, you know, in the car or just when I would listen to it, I was like, I think I could put my own stamp on this, my own genre almost for this classic tune. You've got the jazz one, you've got the soul one, you need that rock cover of Feeling Good. Muse did their version, but like for me, I'm like, you know what? I think the Muse version could even be a little more raw rock, blues rock. So that's what I wanted to capture with this tune. And I feel like we captured. I love the intro of it with Michael Joy on the piano. I think it just started the EP off well too. You know,
right.
It's the first thing you hear on the EP, just that piano lick.
It's familiar, I think. People know that tune when they hear it. They're like, oh, and then it just puts you in a good mood. Yeah. Sort of. I think your vocal performance is stellar on that one.
Oh, thanks, man.
You just really channel something. You can tell that you're in the moment.
Thank you, bro.
And that's the true testament of you being able to deliver the message of a song.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, I was considering singing that on American Idol. I was considering singing Feeling Good because it was literally, I released the One Shot EP like 2 days before filming in Hollywood Week, American Idol.
Whoa,
so it was the timing.
yeah.
I was like, maybe I should sing Feeling Good. Like I ended up singing Bohemian Rhapsody, but yeah, Feeling Good is that important to me. Like that cover, I feel like it's a good first song on the EP, and man, we got some great video of doing that song here in Vegas, didn't we?
We did, and we just so happened to have the director.
That's true.
For
our
that
director,
video.
It's like a podcast here where you guys can't see the man behind. He's the Wizard of Oz over there, working all the buttons and pulling all the strings, and the smoke's coming out and everything. But we got Joe.
Hey there, Joe.
Joe Gorgel over here, who's a fantastic video director. Fantastic. He's got a whole team, and he's out here in Vegas. If you ever have any photo, video needs at all, you hit up Joe Gorgel. You can hit me up through Instagram. I'll connect you. But yeah, he's my guy out here. You know, I always use him for any video needs I have, and he came through on the Feeling Good live studio video.
There was one really specific issue with Feeling Good that we needed to overcome as a group.
What was that?
That was that you wanted it in one shot.
Oh, well, it is the title of the EP.
That's right.
We needed it to be in one shot.
Yeah, the whole video filmed in one shot is what I mean.
Joe we collaborated. Joe was like, you know, man, what do you think about this? And he sent me like 5 different iterations of different kinds of live studio videos. One like Jacob Collier video, one like, and there were all these amazing just flowing camera shots to really get that feeling that it was performed. It's not a music video, it was performed while it's being filmed. And I think Joe really captured that well. He brought in, you know, whole lighting team. We got a stylist. We had a stylist, Anna West. We were like all decked out.
And we just did it right here in this studio over here. I've got 2 rooms here. So right now we're in the control room. And then the other room next to this one is the live room. And we fit everybody in there and rocked out.
We squeezed in. We were sweaty by the end of it. We say it took 1 shot, but really we did about like 11 takes probably.
Yeah, but the video that's
final
released
video,
is actually 1 shot.
That's 1 take.
Yeah,
you're
it's
right.
1 take.
You're right. And I don't know if anyone who's watching out there hasn't seen it yet. I'm excited because you guys are in for a treat because our friend Joe actually has the video lined up for you. So if you're ready to be feeling good, here it is, right here.
Do it. Go ahead there.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom in the trees, yeah, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good, oh yeah, oh, and I'm feeling so good, oh, come on now. Ooh, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm so good, so good, so good, yeah, yeah, baby, oh, baby, no, 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 no. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
All right, that was really fun to put together. We got it in 1 take. We did it. And Jake, the guitar player in that video, actually is the reason why we know each other.
That's right, man.
Yeah. Jake is like a world-renowned guitar player. He's played with Joey DiFrancesco, who is a famous organ player. If you're an organist, there aren't too many organists out there, but he's probably the top one, and he's a jazz guy, and Jake kind of plays everything. So Jake came to me and said, hey man, I got this kid who I met on this show that I'm doing called Baz. And at the time I was pretty new to Vegas, and I didn't know too many people and didn't know about Baz even, the show that was happening. It was a show on the Strip in the Plaza Hotel. And Ian here is he was one of the leads in the show. He played Romeo. You know, he's a pretty romantic guy, but yeah, it was very fitting for his personality. But when Ian came over, Jake was just like, yeah, you guys get together, work on music, and then call me when you're ready to have guitar. So we had Jake's guitar work on tap, and we worked on some songs that Ian had demoed up, and he came to me and said he wanted to finish them. So
And that was what? That was 8 years? That was a long time ago, man.
that was probably
8 years ago.
2018.
Yeah, 17, 18, something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, here we are, 2025, still doing it.
Man, that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, Baz was a special show. Baz was a cool show.
Yeah,
Getting to do that, getting to work here in Vegas, like that's when I fell in love with Vegas, living here, and then working with you as a drummer in the show, and then super
Right.
grateful that Jake introduced us, man.
Yeah, remember when I sat down on the drums in the show and
Yeah.
you weren't even ready? You didn't
Yeah.
even know I was going to be there, and he was like, Ian was like, wait, it's you. What the heck?
We'd already started working together, and I was like, I had no clue you were like filling in that night. Then I looked around, I'm like, what the heck, Cameron? Yeah, that was cool.
There's so many shows in Vegas where I'm jumping around from one show to the next, and at that time I was subbing in probably like 3 or 4 different shows on the Strip.
Yeah.
And I was frantically learning music, and it was just it was challenging, but it was really fun. And I still play in the Cirque du Soleil show.
That's
Ka.
right. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the one
Ka, that's a cool. Richard Oberacher, who's a musical theater composer, he actually was like the music director for Ka, and I've worked with him in theater a lot, like doing, you know, his show Ace, and they do a composer showcase here in Las Vegas that he's always a part of. He's a good guy, Richard Oberacher.
He's been at Ka for over 20 years.
Yeah, he's a legend, man. He's such a good composer in musical theater, and but yeah, man, our origin story is pretty fun, man. The fact that we're still working together and we still, you know, actually like each other. That's a perk too, you know. And the band hasn't broken up. We don't have any like massive breakup story. That might actually be good though. That might actually help the press.
Yeah,
a little
people
bit.
like drama.
Yeah,
You know?
but we don't do that around here.
No.
We don't do that.
It's pretty much, the only drama is when we're arguing about certain parts of the song. You're like, I like this. No, I don't like this. And then I'm like,
But I live for
why
that.
I oughta.
I love that. I love that stuff.
Yeah. It's good. There's got to be a push-pull, or else nothing good happens.
It's true.
You know, Ian, when he comes to me, he has a clear direction on what he wants. And me as a producer, I really appreciate that, because you know, then I don't have to come up with stuff on my own, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like, well, I don't know what I want. No,
Yeah.
Ian comes in and says, no, this is it.
Yeah.
This is the vibe, and I see it ending here. Like, we're here, but we need it to end here. And I said, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Make
And
it
you
happen.
offer up cool additions and cool like new techniques and sounds, and then I'm able to, you know, have more at my disposal to be like yes, no. But it's a collaborative effort, you know. I think, you know, making your music in a vacuum, it's not fun, and it's also not the successful way to make a good song, you know. Collaboration is key.
Man, just being around people, I try to find people that have the opposite skill set of me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't call myself a singer. I don't really call myself a lyricist.
Yeah.
But that's what you do.
Yeah.
So with our powers combined,
No, exactly.
we can make magic happen.
You're a whiz on the computer, and you're a whiz at, you know, the drums and all things. So I think our skills really mesh well together, man. I agree.
Yeah, if we were to give advice to aspiring songwriters, it's just find people that have opposite skill sets
Yeah.
as you.
Yeah.
And then you're co-enhancing each other.
Oh, totally.
You're elevating each other, and you can make something that you never could have expected to do.
Yeah. Well, I think that takes humility. You know, a lot of young writers, I think they're like proving themselves, or they're trying to show that they have what it takes. But sometimes that makes it harder to collaborate. Like I was that way when I was young, like with band and stuff. I was like,
You had a band?
Yeah, band in high school, and we always butted heads because it's like, this is my song, and it's like, guys, like, let's all remember that the song and the connection to our audience is the most important part. It's not like whose idea wins, you know? And even bands like the Beatles have trouble with that, you know? Like, it's not a young artist anomaly, you know?
So you were like the voice of reason in that situation.
Sometimes I was the angsty teen that was like, you know, my way or the highway. So it depends.
Wow.
But
How things have changed.
I know, right? Now I'm the adult that says my way or the highway.
Now it's just temper tantrums over and over.
Well, hey, speaking of temper tantrums, we've had a couple. I've been out here for the weekend because we're working on something new, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. We've got another batch of songs that will be released at some point, hopefully this year.
This summer.
Oh, is it this summer?
This summer, yeah.
You've decided, okay.
So this is, I said in the description that we're going to be talking about some unreleased stuff, some unreleased content coming your way, people.
Wait, does
And
that-
since you've stuck around on the live stream, you are going to get some never before heard news straight from the sources.
And does that mean I can actually play some of this stuff?
Of course, yeah, you can, but no more than 30 seconds because we're not going to release it yet. That's the big kicker.
This is a
you guys,
sneak
You guys are
peek.
getting a snippet, a baby nibble that's going to like just wet the palate. And you're going to be like, oh, I can't wait till that releases this summer. But yeah, we got another full package of songs coming your way. I know you guys have been jamming to One Shot, and One Shot's going to be there forever. But we're going to drop a single and another single, and then the full package of songs for the summer. You're going to be able to listen to them the whole summer and rock out.
Yeah.
But I think maybe, why don't you, I'll let you pick. I'll let you pick what tune you want to play. And just play us like 30 seconds of it, and then we'll talk about it. Does that sound good?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure. Like right now?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's
right
do
now,
it.
baby.
All right, I'm gonna pull up my Pro Tools session.
Oh, look at that.
So
See, this
we
is
got,
why I hired Cameron. I mean, I could mess around with this, but I don't want to touch all these dials and stuff. You know,
I think
this
I
is
want
a
to
lot.
play the beginning of He's Gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one's He's Gone, you guys. This is gonna be on the You and Me EP. That's what I'm calling it. You and Me, and this is a song about toxic relationships that you're better off without. All right, let's hear it, man.
Cool. Joe, I'm good to run it? All right, cool.
His words were pouring out and raining down on your parade. Like a crashing wave, he washed away the life you've made. Lightning sparks to warn of thunder on the edge. He's gone. Now each step you take is like another mile apart. Nothing's easy when the world is pressing on your heart. You can't scream loud enough to quiet all the pain. He's gone. Maybe tragedy's a blessing in disguise. But now the truth appears much clearer in your eyes. And you no longer have the need to compromise. He's gone, but it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, what'd you think?
That's kind of like the folk. That's like the folky storytelling tune. You know, I wrote that one just feeling inspired about young people. Specifically, I was thinking about just a young woman who maybe like has a toxic relationship with her father or with an ex-boyfriend or with some male figure in her life, and she's depressed and she's sad and she's hurt that like this is a relationship that's gone and out of her life. But then she comes around and she realizes how much better off she is without him. That was the inspiration for that tune.
Nice.
And I think you pulled it off production-wise, and I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. I
Well,
can't
you got
wait.
the originals in the room.
The originals, baby.
Yeah, it's a winning combo.
Yeah. I can't wait to get that one out. You guys
Yeah.
are gonna have all that soon, man.
It's just, like the way that you approach this, because so many people are making music, you know, with little MIDI keyboards and loops and stuff. And this is not that at all.
Yeah.
This is all real.
Yeah.
This is everybody, humans in a room
Yep.
that are making sound from their instruments.
Yeah, man.
And we're trying to, it's organic. It's
Oh,
got
yeah.
an organic vibe. It kind of has a classic rock kind of vibe.
Well, that's what I'm inspired by, man. Classic rock is like, that's my thing. That's what got me into this whole crazy industry, honestly. Musical theater and classic rock. Because musical theater, my mom was like, you should try out and audition for some shows in San Diego. Next thing I know, I'm doing professional theater. And my dad is like a total rock junkie, you know, vinyl records stacked up all over the house. And
Shout out to Michael.
Yeah, shout out to Mike
Michael.
Mike and Stacy, my awesome parents, and yeah, man, they inspired me in these varied ways, and so I think that's why that classic rock influence is there. But I still love my pop. Why don't you play? There's going to be a cover song on the EP.
I don't have that one queued
We don't
up.
have that one queued up.
Not
It's actually
yet.
for the best. I want to save that. We want to save that one for the actual release.
Well, they know now there's one more.
There is
there's
a
one cover coming.
There is a cover on the
Yeah.
EP, and it's a pop tune.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
a little more modern.
I'm not going to give a little more. I'm not going to give it away, but it's not classic rock. It's a pop tune. So
Yeah.
what else do you want to play for us, Cam?
Oh,
Speaking of, how about this? Speaking of all the different decades that are influential
yes.
to me as a
the
writer.
first song you ever wrote.
This is actually the first song I ever
Yep.
wrote, and it's kind of tied into all the influences of different music that I love, and that's shaped me as an artist. So play this one. This is the first song off the EP.
Cool. Let's do it. Click.
This ain't no 60s song. It's not about a sing along, but oh, hold my hand and we're the Beatles. Yeah, yeah, this ain't no 70s melody. Not gonna be a hotel, you see, but oh, we'll fly higher than the Eagles, the Eagles. Don't listen to what they say. Words just get in the way. Oh, people say the music's gone, but we're just here to prove them wrong, yeah. People say, yeah, the music's gone, but this is our decade song. This ain't no 80s dance, but just give us a chance.
That's all you get.
Yeah,
But,
baby.
hey.
Well, it's coming out soon enough. It's coming
Yeah.
out in a couple months.
Yeah, they
you
can
know?
wait. They're patient.
Oh yeah, I mean this
Patient
is
enough.
I like doing EPs. Like I was doing singles when I first started releasing music, and singles only give the fans so much, you know, before they're like waiting for more music. I like releasing an EP and then letting it simmer for a couple months. I'm gonna stick to this now. I think just like release an EP, promote it, give it to the fans, get it out there, let people soak it up, do some videos, do some music videos, and then give a month or two, and then release another EP. I've got enough songs that we can just crank them out and release them. That's what I'm stoked to stay on now.
I think an album is a lot of information to digest.
I mean, you see these 20-song albums that are coming out
Oh,
now.
man.
I don't even listen to half the tunes, and I might love a lot of them, but unless their songs are 2 minutes long, which a lot of people are doing now, it's like a minute and a half long song, and they're all 20 of them on the album.
It might as well be like a skit or something.
Yeah. Which is, it's a lot of the hip hop. A lot of hip hop songs are like really short, and then tons of songs on the album. Which, hey, I mean, it works for Drake and for Playboi Carti and those guys. But I like to tell stories. I want my songs to be like 4 minutes long. You know, sometimes, not all the time, but a lot of times.
Those shorter songs, I'm kind of like, wait, why'd you stop? I want to hear
Where's
that
the
again.
other verse? Yeah, where's the other verse?
Yeah, or maybe some improvisation. You could
Yeah.
add something in there.
And it's not like I don't want like those formulaic songs, you know. But I do want a little bit more meat if I'm gonna be a fan and waiting for a release, you know.
Yeah.
So I hope that I hope the one-shot EP is giving you guys enough to really chew, you know, enough to bite off and chew. So I think the next EP will be even more so. I think this one's really focused in, and we're getting even closer to figuring out my sound, you know. So, dude, I'm stoked that you were able to pull up some of these tracks.
Yeah, we've been mixing them all this weekend and up until like right now. Actually.
Yeah, literally. We've been working all day today, all day yesterday, and the day before here in Vegas. I just flew in from New York, and I'm flying back tomorrow, back to the city to keep working on musicals and you know, keep teaching and doing all the things I do out there. I've got a couple things to announce, some upcoming big things that I'm doing. So let's pull up. We got a little tour date flyer for you, and we want to show you this, Joe, if you could pull it up for us, man.
Where are you going to be playing?
So I'm playing in about 2.5 weeks. I'm actually playing in my hometown of San Diego. I'm playing, I've got this American Idol gig that's going to be really dope. It's at Fairbanks Ranch, and it's free. It's totally free for the public. So hit me up if you'd like to come to that. That's on May 18th. And
Is that with other American Idol contestants?
Other American Idol contestants, and I'm going to be doing some covers and some originals, and I might even do a cover song that I didn't get to do on American Idol. So that'll be cool.
Oh.
And then I go back to New York where I'm living now, and I've got 2 shows that I'm stoked on because I have a new band I've been working with out in New York, and we've got a
You're
show.
cheating on us?
I'm cheating on you guys, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm not flying you guys
I
private.
can't believe you didn't tell me this.
I'm not flying you private to New York, man. I mean, one day I will. But
Well, that's what we require. So.
yeah, one day. I don't have the budget for it, but I will one day. but I've got 2 gigs booked out there that I'm super pumped for. I've got a show at the Shrine, which is this really cool venue up in Harlem, and so we're playing on June 18th. Oh, sorry, I switched it up. So I'm playing first at the Delancey, May 31st, and then I'm playing June 18th at the Shrine.
Oh, nice.
So I'm pumped, man. It's
Both
gonna
with that new band.
With that new band.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's cool because all those dudes in that band are singer-songwriters themselves, and I've just kind of brought them into my thing. They're great guys. Alex Crossland, Johnny Palmerini, Mitch Bowers.
How'd you get connected with those guys?
So Mitch, he's a teacher at the same company that I teach for. He teaches drums, and I teach, singing and guitar and songwriting.
Right.
And so we did a showcase, and I asked him if he would like to drum in that group. And then I've got Alex Crossland. He's a singer-songwriter himself, and he does these like showcases to show off musical theater performers as indie artists. He's a fantastic indie artist himself, and he's going to be playing bass. And then Gianni's a good friend of mine from, I did a musical with Tim Rice called From Here to Eternity. And Gianni was in the cast with me, and we're like best friends now. He's a good guy.
Some talented guys.
Some talented guys. New York's full of talent. I love living out in New York, man.
You got to be good to live there, man.
I know. It's tough.
It's
a grind, but it's a good grind. It's like Vegas for me is a good grind too, because it's a nice blend of work hard, play hard in Vegas, and I love that. And I love the scene and the friends that I have out here. Yeah. New York is definitely less playing. It's like it's work hard, play a little bit. You know, I feel like it's like. Yeah. You don't have enough time or money to play hard in New York, and if you do, you're probably working even harder. So.
Yeah, you were talking about the commute too.
Yeah,
the
commuting
a lot. Is a lot. Yeah, New York.
I've been teaching a lot. I've been like bringing my guitar, lugging it around, moving all over the city. So that's actually why I'm starting this this program that's going to be teaching songwriters, but through an online collective, bringing artists together, getting people to collaborate online.
For like live feedback on their music.
Live feedback, mentorship, connections to industry professionals. It's called the Hitmaker Collective, and I've been reaching out to students that I'm teaching and also other artists, American Idol people, and other friends of mine just to start creating this collective of writers to really benefit from a team and the hive mind mentality.
Yeah, I think there's a big demand for a community that holds each other accountable.
Yeah.
Because if you don't songwrite every day or get into the habit of it, you'll never do it, and you just keep saying, oh, I wish I did that.
Oh, 100%, man.
Yeah.
100%, yeah. You need those deadlines, you need that constant discipline and the accountability that you get when your friend is like, yo, what was the song you've been working on this week? And you're like, I don't have one, you know?
Yeah.
Get you in that groove of writing more. So, yeah, it's called Hitmaker Collective. I'm super pumped on it. It's in the works right now. We're going to start it actually in the summer with 20 young writers. So yeah, man, getting out of that commute in New York and starting to just like build my own thing, you know?
Yeah. Vegas misses you, man.
I'll always come back to Vegas. I'll always be back here, man.
Yeah.
That's never going to change. Like, I love it out here.
Yeah, you come out to the desert, look at some cactus.
Yeah.
Speaking of.
Oh, yeah, show those socks off, man. Look at those cactus.
These socks are my, okay. Can you see that?
Oh, God.
Smells great. They were pre-Febrezed.
Yeah, they smell fine. They smell good.
These socks are dedicated to my mom because she's got a gardening business. And she planted this cactus.
That's right. It bloomed out in your front yard.
Yeah, in the front yard.
Yeah.
It looks amazing.
It does look good,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. And she planted it like, I don't know, 6 months ago, and it's just gone through this amazing transformation.
Well, because out here you got to have the xeriscape. It doesn't rain out here, so my dad did the same thing. It's like you got to plant cactus and rocks and like desert landscape. You know,
Yeah.
you see people with like full on green grass lawns and like the golf courses, and I'm like, you guys know we're in Vegas, right? It doesn't rain out here. Like
they're like, oh, I hadn't thought of that. We get like 3 inches of rain a year or something.
Like, that's why we love it out here. It's nice weather. And so you guys, thank you for joining us live here in Las Vegas. We're talking about how much we love Vegas, and we are live here in Las Vegas. And for everyone that stuck around and listened to this and joined me and Cameron here in the studio, I really am grateful for each and every one of you.
Yeah.
Your support means the world, and I can't wait to release You and Me EP. And I'm happy to release that news that I'm going to be dropping a new EP this summer. Cameron's done a great job mixing it and producing it, and we're going to get it mastered and out to the world here soon. And thanks for watching the videos. You can go to my link tree, which actually, Cameron, you had it pulled up here.
Yeah, here we go.
If you go on my Instagram or any of my social media platforms, there's a link at the top, and it'll take you to all these videos. So you can rewatch the music videos, stream One Shot, and read some articles about me, or even go and see my American Idol audition. It's all in this one link. And I really appreciate everybody joining in and being a part of my journey. And thank you guys so much for joining us here live in Las Vegas. I'm Ian Ward.
Cam Tyler, Vegas, baby.
We will see you guys next time. Thanks to Joe Gorgal, too, for this amazing live stream
Joe,
setup.
killing it over there, man.
This guy's got a great setup, and
Hopefully the first of many.
I hope I
want to
can
do this again.
I hope I can take the setup back with me to New York, man, because I'm gonna be lacking a lot. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We love you. Until next time.